Yugoslavia, a nation which used to be the father and overlord of the Balkans, by far the strongest out of the lot during its peak. And Joseph Broz Tito even made Joseph Stalin fear him. However, throughout the years, Yugoslavia has had quite the unfortunate turn of events. As you can see, we're playing in the Red Dusk mode, the year 2000. Yugoslavia is on the brink of breaking up into many minor breakaway states with their own beliefs and ideologies. Our national spirits are just all debuffs. Left, right, and center, debuff, debuff, debuff. So, throughout this campaign, we're not only going to get rid of these debuffs, but also become the true overlords of the Balkans, cementing ourselves on the global stage once again. But how? With all these debuffs and negative effects, how will we come back from this downfall? Well, today we're going to be taking quite the radical path, which will hopefully, in return, give us some extreme returns. So without further ado, let's commence. Now, with the completion of the first focus tree of the video, we will have this game mechanic. Now, these are the 4 leaders that can control Yugoslavia in Red Dusk, from my knowledge. Maybe there's more, I don't know. But the one person that we want to get today is here, and he's right in the middle. Oh, middle bottom. I don't know how to pronounce his name, and I don't want to offend anyone, so I'm just not going to say it. But we have also got to deal with, first of all, not only getting enough support for him, but also undermining the Bosnian protests, the protests in Kosovo. There are just so many protests right now, and if we let them roam free, then we will lose territories. And is Yugoslavia just Serbia? No. We are all Croatia, Slovenia, Bosnia, Montenegro, Kosovo, and North Macedonia. So, we have got a little fun game mechanic, which we have to put divisions in, click an event, and gradually over time, the protests will decrease in level size. Now, we are almost concluded the left side, of our first focus tree, where we can just focus on cementing the nationalists' support throughout Yugoslavia. Now, I did mess up a few times. I don't know how. You guys can probably get the path that I want to get first try, but I clicked the wrong decisions a few times, not realizing that he is actually a right-wing nationalist. So that's why you've got to make sure to choose the right decisions, like here, to increase the support. And also we're going to form a new constitution, which, once again, we can increase the nationalist support by clicking the top option, which, now as you can see, we're the most legitimate ruler throughout Yugoslavia. Or we've got the most support from the people, at least. And even if worse comes to worse, the new left Yugoslavian government will not win, for as we have formed a coalition with 3 political leaders. And once that our coalition has won, later on in the video, we can just get the nationalists to overthrow the government. Now, the status of the SSRs, we're going to click the top option again, which is quite the radical decision, but it's the one which will get nationalist supporters throughout the nation the most. Now, the SKJ Congress has been concluded, and as a result, our coalition has won. And as you can see, we have still got our current leader from the start of the game, which is not our end goal. Obviously, we've got this little focus tree which shows what would happen if we kept him, but I do not plan to keep our current leader, for us we want the nationalists in charge, don't we? Now, I was actually quite confused at the time, I thought I might have to restart again, but this time I just kept on going, and it would soon pay off. Now, as you can see right here, we've got a little event, which, when we choose the right decision, will increase nationalist support, but also decrease stability, because we're overthrowing the government, and that's just common sense, isn't it? And look at that. The nationalists have overthrown the Yugoslavian government, and we have got a new leader with a new focus tree. And thankfully for me, I had finally secured our new leader, the leader that I wanted to get from the beginning of the video. However, I would soon realize that with the government being overthrown and the elections being passed, there are not one, not two, but three leaders that we saw in the little game mechanic showing the leader support, who are pretty angry at us, to put it bluntly. However, we've got some focuses right here to improve our broken economy, broken army, broken nation, matter of fact. I mean, we have got some nice buffs, sorry, but a major one, the ghost of Tito, has been removed. But it will be replaced, with a new one later on in the video. The cult of our leader's name that I cannot pronounce for some reason. But anyways, once we complete this focus, we will outlaw the communists, which decreases stability, obviously, because we were a communist nation for around like 50 years. So the majority of the population is used to a communist state. But now the nationalists are in charge, and we have great ambitions. But we are going to carry out the Yugoslavian dream, just not a communist Yugoslavia. And as we progress down our political side of the focus tree, we would soon come to the ultimate realization that protests are larger and stronger than ever. So we have to put an end to this once and for all. But how? It is going to take time, just like in our timeline. But hopefully it won't get out of control, and Bosnia, Kosovo, Northern Macedonia, basically every nation except Serbia, breaks away. Just a hint, they're going to break away. But we have got time to prepare. We have got quite the sizable army, so why not boost morale? We want quality over quantity, but both would be nice. And we can also improve our economy by checking out that side of the focus tree. Now if you look at this is the decision I've been dreading, where Bosnia and Kosovo and Northern Macedonia will break away from us. Now originally I thought only Bosnia will rise up, but then Herzegovina, how do you pronounce it? Bosnia Herzegovina, I think. Sorry if I pronounced it wrong. But those two nations broke away from us, including Kosovo and Northern Macedonia. And once I clicked that decision, we would be at war with it. Luckily I was prepared, because I knew this would happen. It was inevitable. So we also launched our air force. We were the only Yugoslavian nation, excluding Slovenia and Croatia, to have an air force. So those two combined, the uprising stood no chance against the national state of Yugoslavia. So now we can focus back to the political side of the focus tree. We will go back to the economic and army foci later on in the video, but they're not really interesting. I wish there would be more content for the army and economic side of the focus tree. But now, you guys will soon be brought with a war against our former territories that we used to own, Croatia and Slovenia. Now, these nations obviously had quite the sizable armies, because they could develop throughout the years that they were independent. However, they still stood no chance against the mighty national Yugoslavian army. And just like that, Yugoslavia has toppled both the Croatian and Slovenian governments, and we have got our original borders post-World War II. Pretty nice if I do say so myself. But we're not done yet with expansion, because if you look down this focus tree, there's a little Albanian icon. Albania, we're gonna come for you, and we will annex you. Oh yeah, I just want to say anything said or done in this video is purely for educational/entertainment purposes. I do not intend any harm, physically, mentally, or any type of way, to anyone or anything, in any way, shape or form. Anyways, back to the video. We have just formed our own puppet regime in the former territories known as Croatia and Slovenia. Or not all of Croatia, just the more populated areas, such as Zagreb, the capital. But now we can finally mobilize along the Albanian border. For as, with this focus being completed, we will commence our own very invasion of Albania. Now, surprisingly, the Albanians didn't put up much of a fight, and they capitulated within days. Quite embarrassing, but as to be expected. So we are now the governors of the entirety of Albania. Pretty nice. Now, although that would be the end of our content, since we have completed every focus possible in our focus tree, going down the nationalist path for Yugoslavia, well, we're not going to just call it quits just there. Romania, Bulgaria, Hungary, they may still challenge our authority and dominance throughout the Balkans. Hence, I'm going to, unfortunately, cheat to declare war on these nations. What I mean, it builds character, right, for Yugoslavia and the people of the Balkans. Now, Bulgaria has been conquered. It seems as if all the years of building quality and quantity for our army has paid off. I'm not sure the civilians are quite happy throughout the Balkans, but at least we have got a powerful army, to say the least. Now Romania, our biggest and archest nemesis, they fell with relative ease, but they were by far the strongest nation we have faced throughout this video. Now we're going to declare war on Hungary, followed soon by Slovakia and Austria. Basically all nations in the Balkans that are not aligned with NATO or the Commonwealth, or the Warsaw Pact, however you want to call it. Now, Slovakia, Hungary, and Austria both fell within the time span of a month. Building up our army really did pay off. But now, to conclude the video, the National State of Yugoslavia has cemented itself on the globe, forming its own faction, conquering nations such as Austria, Slovakia, Hungary, Romania, Croatia, Slovenia, Albania, Bulgaria, you name it. We have gotten stability back by force, obviously. I mean, we're nationalist, but stability is stability, and I'm gonna conclude our playthrough here. Once again, if I offended anyone, I apologize. Anything I said or done was purely for educational or entertainment purposes. Anyways, I will be uploading another video up shortly. Apologies for the video delay time, but once again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and